Hey, how's everybody doing? Sorry it's been a while. Just gonna do a quick short episode this time. I'm waiting in the car for my girlfriend. Been in the hospital last month, so went to the doctors a couple of weeks ago. Everything showed up okay, and then before I left the office, I asked him a question. I was like, Doc, let me ask you one question. He's like, what? I was like, every morning, 8 a.m., I have to shit. He's like, oh, so you have to take a bowel movement? And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, that's good. And I'm like, Doc, I don't wake up until 9 a.m. And then my grandfather told me a story one time. Well, he was my great-grandfather. I never got to meet him, but he kept telling people that the Titanic was going to sink. He was like, oh, the Titanic's going to sink. The Titanic was going to sink. And people were getting pissed at him. And then finally, I guess people got tired of it. They called movie theater security and they kicked him out of the theater. But my other grandfather, too, he was smart, too, because I remember going over there one time and him and my grandmother were calling each other honey and dear and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, you guys really still do that after all these years? He's like, grandson, let me tell you something. I forgot your grandmother's name like 5 years ago. And I'm afraid to ask because she'll kick my ass. So, other news today. We had that big Disneyland fight a couple of months ago. Well, before I went into the hospital, and I did some intensive investigating, and I found out the source of what started that fight at Disneyland between that black family. Apparently, there's a restaurant there in the Liberty Square area. It's like a colonial. And before they got there, apparently they have like good southern food, and apparently the reason why the fight started was because they ran out of fried chicken. And then the other thing that caused the fight too is the boyfriend told his girlfriend that she was ashy, and she's like, I'm not ashy, motherfucker, you're ashy. So that's why she spit on him. And then let's talk about the Little Mermaid thing. Everybody's talking about the Little Mermaid now. Everybody's like, oh my god, the Little Mermaid's gonna be black. I don't personally give a shit if the Little Mermaid's black, white. As long as she does a good job, more power to her, you know? Now, if it's a cultural thing and it was written where she's supposed to be a specific race, that's one thing. But through some more deep investigation, I found out the reason why people are upset that the Little Mermaid is black is because they're worried about pollution in the ocean. Because let's face it, if she's black, you know she's going to be ashy, and they're afraid all that cocoa butter is going to pollute the ocean and kill all that other sea life. And then they're going to say, where did you die? And the Sebastian the Crab's going to be like, under the sea. So that's it for now, guys. I'm still working on more material. Hope everybody likes this short video. See you guys. Subscribe, like, share. Thank you.